Welcome back, guys. We're straight into the next game. This is going to be a quarterfinals matchup between Illusion and WootNCroco. WootNCroco going to be on the right-hand side. Left-hand side is Illusion. I'm Hinduman. Alongside me today is the one, the only mastermind of evil himself, Krat.
Yep. Had a good evening last night. Destroyed the world just as I said I would, and I'm going to do it again today. But after this tournament, taken off the board, Cirquet as well. We don't often see Jean-Qui banned out. It's a little bit strange.
It kind of feels like if you've got a very good jungler pool, as in you can play Mercury, you can play Circuit, you can look away oddball bans as your first two bans.
Sure.
If you're first pick, because it means you can get Circuit, it means you can get Mercury, and they have to ban them away. You can also leave the availability of things like Noir on the table too.
I just feel like there are better bans. Like, I feel like you want to look at the stuff that people like to second pick, and then ban that. So picks like Ra. A really great second pick. You have got the Guardians, but you generally want to leave 2 up or 0 up. So we'll see what does end up having. New offers pick. Arachne banned away, so 3 junglers banned out. Thor Hover for WootNCroco, this is probably the highest priority jungler left up, and there's Thora. Yeah, I'm the best.
Yeah, I said the new War as well. We're the greatest ever, and there's a Gab lock-in and a Freya lock-in.
High five.
Not surprised by picks at all. Are we facing this way? I don't even know how that works.
Nailed it.
Did we? Cool.
We did it.
Cool. I like high-fiving. It makes me happy. Rama being hovered on by WootNCroco right now for their pick. They could look in the counterban phase now to ban away a Hunter. They could look at Apollo or Anher. If they look for Apollo, then there's going to be no split push potential on the map. Anher is a great trader against Rama. He's there to box and fight, and they've chosen the Apollo.
Okay, so we messed up our high five, and you were facing the wrong direction. My bad.
I thought we
misled you. I didn't know.
I thought we had.
Anyway,
high five in the
we
wall
tried
now.
our best. Shoutouts to walls, dude. I love walls. Anyway, Athena, yeah, banned away. So speaking of walls, I mean, Odin, Ymir, one of the two. There's the Odin hover. I would like the Odin here. It's gonna force Valkyrie's Discretion. Will force new op in the air. Good for catching Geb out as well. Gonna switch to Ymir. So. Walls. There you go. I mean, that's my segue.
We know Ymir's come back, crap. We know Ymir's come back, and we know he's in there. He's got the construction with his wall available to him. However, the problem is that against a Geb, it's not as strong as it would be against an Athena. You generally see him picked up when he's against an Athena just because he can deal with her a lot more effectively, whereas Geb, shield.
But you can pressure the Geb himself, which is very nice. Ymir incredibly strong at catching out Geb and killing Geb early on. Vamana hover, which I quite like, very good against Ra. The Bastet is a little bit of an oddball jungler, but that's fine. Very flavorful.
There's not much good against Ra. There's not much jungler left on the table. I mean, there's Nemesis.
Yeah.
But I feel like if you ban Jean-Qui, you don't plan on playing Nemesis anyway. That's why you banned it.
I would have liked Nemesis, honestly. Like, yeah, I mean, that's a good point, but Nemesis with a Freya, with a Vamana up against Ymir and Ra is very, very good because they don't have a great way to get out. Anubis hover coming out, probably not going to be, and Hubba makes more sense, will be locked in for WootNCroco. Team fight, I want to give to Illusion if Vamana does well.
I mean, they do have a lot of available to it. I mean, with the Bastet as well, Bastet's not too bad against Hebo either.
No.
The Bastet pick there, Hebo it was kind of a counter pick into himself with that Hebo pick, I guess, but it'll probably be mid, will be the Hebo up against the new War. So it's going to give Bastet the opportunity for the early game aggression, which that's there for really, is to put the pressure on early, abuse the cats that are very strong during the early ranks in the early stages of the game, and then develop into just more of an annoyance as the game goes on.
Yeah, she's incredibly high ceilings on her abilities, so Bastet's kit dump can do a lot of damage, and it's interesting, she's very pokey, right? Like, she's a poke character that actually jumps in to do the poke. It's a very interesting dynamic, and the cats late game can be quite good. Not as much against Rom as against other carry-type roles. Very good against Freya, notably, because you often just drop them in front of the AD carry and watch as they hit cats instead of hitting players. Rom able to shoot through those cats, but we'll see what does end up happening as we head into this match. Illusion versus WootNCroco. We'll be back in about 3 minutes with their second game of the European Smite Challenger Cup.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to Week 7 EU Challenger quarterfinal game. This is going to be Illusion versus WootNCroco. Illusion going to be starting on the left-hand side, the bottom half of the map. Let's see where they're playing. It's going to be Kazpu, who's going to be playing Geb in the support role. Risu is going to be playing mid-New War. Arino is going to be playing Vamana in the solo lane. WootNCroco is going to be playing Freya Jungle. Sorry, not Freya Jungle. I've been confused about Freya AD Carry. And Bastet is going to be played by... Let's go with this one, Hindu man. This looks like a great name to try. Eltuv Elvis. Let's go with that. That sounds good to me in my head. He's going to be playing Bastet in the jungle. What have we got on the other side? Ta-ta-ta.
WootNCroco is going to be MJK Law on your solo lane, Hopwa Mugiwala on support, Ymir, Durzan, your Hunter, Rom, Tetrix in the jungle, Thor, and Dekest on your mid lane. Rob Mugiwala rotating on the right-hand side. Now, this is interesting. They're going for the 5-man group. They're going for the invade. But generally, no one's on the right-hand side. Yeah, they're just looking for the free kill on Bastet. Not going to find it here. Because
they could still
Illusion...
find it if they wait around. The World War on the corner here. They're going to see Vermana's going to see them in mid lane now, and that's going to be a full disengage. No more aggression going to come out from that.
Well, actually, you know what? They might not have seen that because of Fog of War.
Well, I'm not sure.
Have you ever seen the map with Fog of War? It's so creepy.
Why is it creepy?
Really weird. You can see down forever in the jungle.
I have really bad graphics, so I can see down in the jungle forever as well, so... I don't see the Fog of War.
Cheater. Yeah, you do. No, it will not render people that are too far away. Yeah, like if you're at the Fire Giant, there's this straight line that goes all the way to the right lane inner tower. You can't see people by the blue buff.
Well, start the game, nothing too unusual. Everyone's starting where you'd expect them to. Mid camp's being taken by the Hunter and Mage and Solo Laner respectively, as everyone just rotates into positions. What do you expect to see in this game? We see a heavy hammer on Vamana right at the start of this one.
Yeah, and you also have a Witchblade, or not a Witchblade, just a Curse Blade start on Freya, which is something that Ataraxia has really been using a lot. So definitely forward-thinking builds coming out from Illusion more so than WootNCroco. But I think this game, similarly to the last, is going to come down to Thor. If Thor can play well in the early game, get that early aggression going, he could really set the tone. And Bastet, I think, is a little more reactive.
Well, WootNCroco are seeded 5th overall, honestly, overall, in terms of the whole EU Challenger scene. So they've been around a while. They've done well on points, reached over 100 already. So I expect them to understand some of the mechanics. We'll see how this nice poke coming out from Habois. Madison landed spout onto 2 people there, which was very nice for him. They put the pressure on. It looks like Thor's going to immediately rotate into the jungle. Is he going to look for an invasion to mid? It looks like that's where he's headed.
Yeah, heading over to the mid lane, just going to pick up some farm there, likely. It actually could possibly pressure out this Nuage. She doesn't have a great response for the Berserker Barrage, but Resu is playing carefully.
Wall,
that's a really good wall, and this very well could be a kill. Nice fog coming out, gonna buy some time, but in the heal, and now it's all about the auto text. Tetrix gonna find one and get the kill. First blood goes down. The back of is Altavaz, but that bounce back is gonna be in second kill, a second first blood. A double first blood.
A second first blood?
Yeah,
the dream.
There you go. The
dream getting a second first blood. She pounced to where she originally started on, and that was the issue. She just stayed in the tower range. They wouldn't have been able to kill her. She pounced back. They realized she was out of position. Now they lose from the right-hand side, though. Vamana does pick himself up a kill onto
left-hand side, Kurko.
And now Kurko's going to get hit by a sniper as well as he hit level 5, did Raw, and Kurko goes down as well. Very fast pace, a lot quicker than the last game we just casted, crap.
Yeah, that was about 15 minutes worth of kills in two. Really good aggression coming out from WootNCroco. They found this advantage in the middle lane, and they pressed it. They went for the speed invade. They got a kill on the right-hand side, or in the jungle onto Apollo as well. Unfortunately, Habois did get soloed, so now that WootNCroco has control of the middle lane for sure, and the jungle also probably, they want to transfer some of that pressure over to the solo lane and rein in Vamana, who is going for a heavy hammer build.
I mean, they do have Thor in the jungle, so they can quickly rotate over there with the damage from Habois and his crushing wave. They could quickly burst him down if they get the opportunity before he can hit the big baby form. So, left-hand side, Thor's going to go towards his red buff. However, mid-camp's are spawning, so immediately he rotates away from that. Going to soak up some experience in mid lane. I see a mid-camp fight soon. Ymir already in position. At the moment, though, it looks like Geb's still pinned under his tower. Going to be a little bit late on this rotation. I don't think he's going to be able to get here in time. It's this left-hand side, right when it's still available, though.
Yeah, but right one is not going to be available for long as both teams are rotating over. Nuop might not be able to burst this in time. She's going to try and pop the minion, but here comes Thor, and we'll be able to secure both. Now Nuop forced to go up in the air. Yeah, she had to, otherwise she would have gotten frozen out. There's Bastet, but this isn't going to result in anything as Thor going up in the air looking for the Vamana.
He's got no mana.
Out of mana. This should be a kill. Lil mana, no mana, gonna go down to the crushing wave.
Little mana, no mana. Oh,
I know, right?
Yeah.
Ooh, proud of that one.
Terrible. Left-hand side, Bastet's looking for an opportunity onto the Rama, but there's a ward. Spotted him out on the rotation round. Just near the blue buff, going to cover both angles in for the Bastet, so not going to be able to find anything there, and that immediately relieves the pressure onto Habwa back in this solo lane that Vamana created for himself earlier on. And that's all down to the fourth start of this game. So, everything's down on the map for now. Red buff and speed buff on the right-hand side of the map due to spawn very soon. The blue buff also respawn. You can see Thor already rotating into this jungle. Gonna look for a bit of an invasion, but Bastet is already here at the same time. Advantage, though, for this Thor. And Bastet did not respect Thor whatsoever there. She's used the pounce away, took a few autos to the face, and definitely Thor won that trade. Vamana's rotating back. It's going to be a 3v2 situation. The snipe was used to bring down that red buff nice and quick, but the cats are popped in response. And now he's inside the heal as well, but Vamana coming around as well. Thor jumps to his hammer. They're still going aggressive, but there's Habwa. Finally turns up. Still, Ross trying to get away. He's not got much left, but defensively decides to back out as Vamana. They could have chased, but I think it would have gone at least 1-for-1.
Yeah, exactly. Illusion got to the point where they would have had to dive a little bit too deep, so instead they're just going to take the fact that Raw recalled, which is a minor victory, and can... Oh, Decast actually did not recall. Is going to clear that wave, so a little bit greedy there, a little bit risky, but it paid off. Yeah, that was a good risky play there, and you know you got to respect that. In the left-hand lane, Mugiwara just soloing as his hunter did recall, and Mugiwara should be able to clear these archers with his relatively high damage. Looking at his build really quick, so he's maxing his freeze, and will be playing more of a support Ymir. You actually often see people maxing Glacial Strike, but hold on, going on to the Geb. Ultimate gonna pop through, but the wall placement was not quite right, and not enough damage from the Glacial Spike to really confirm that kill. And when you're pressuring onto a Geb, it's often better to level the Glacial Strike and just get that damage off, because the freeze will not stick.
Well, 2k gold lead in favor of WootNCroco. We've got a 2.7k experience lead, and you can see Thor has his ultimate available. He's looking to take off on this speed buff. Nuwar's in the area, though, to help protect. They do not see him coming round the corner. He just walks in. I don't know if he got that. No, he didn't. Bastet does get it, but she takes a lot of damage. She gets hit by the wall, but the shield saves her life, and there's the cast with the body-blocking power of doom. The snipes come out, but do not find the target, but can Thor find it with the dunk down? He can, you know, and that's going to secure another one, but now he's surrounded as Nuwar comes out. Kurko gets the kill with that Freya, and he's going to have to use the Valkyrie to back away. For the most part, he was scared of the tick damage coming out from Raw. 1 auto would have been enough with the tick damage from the heal, and that's 5-2 right now. Thor went aggressive, traded 1-for-1.
I want to mention that the Ymir for WootNCroco is doing well enough, but I feel like a little bit more than they could getting out of it, right? Like, Ymir incredibly... Oh, hold on, right? Vamana diving very hard, crushing wave casted, but not going to get off, and Vamana even able to save his ultimate. Zadarino very much in control of this lane.
Zadarino's playing this really well. I like his itemization touches too. He's gone for the Stone of Gyrush, the Emerald Talisman. He doesn't have to upgrade that all the way up at the moment, but he'll be able to trade effectively with both the mid and the solo. Look at this again. Right hand side with the slows. They're going to be able to bring down Ra as well. Zadarino's putting his team on his back, and he's like, yo, okay, boys, we want to do this? Let's go. Let's go. I can do this. I've built effectively against my lane matchup. I can beat him 1v1. And on top of that, in doing so, I've also built well against this Ra.
But here's the thing. Rama, if he gets fed, is going to be probably the best person to kill Vamana. And potentially also the wall from Mugiwara. A good wall could definitely stop Vamana's advance. So look for those two players to potentially be the advantage. Under tower, Kurko dove, but that could turn out to not work out for him. Ra up in the air, Valkyrie's discretion as well. Needs that last shot. Not quite going to land it. Kurko will fall to the ground. Is taken down by Texture. So wall coming out, just gonna block off Nuwa. She's not gonna be able to go anywhere. As rotating to middle lane is Habwa just to cover.
Cover that. Nuwa might get caught out here. Thor's going to the sky as well. The slow's already been applied. Nuwa's going to get dunked down. But she uses the ultimate to avoid snipe as well. Gets a little bit of trade damage back. She's going to buy herself a bit of time. But now Ymir's there. Frost Breath does connect, but he's got the beads on. And now Bastet jumps into the Ymir as well. well. Ross rotating around. Celestial does not connect with the wall. Deals with it for the tie-in. The slow goes down. And another kill in favor of WootNCroco. A new catchphrase is catching on.
Oh yeah, but you know the other thing we have to mention, both these teams incredibly good at early gold series, right? Like you've got Bastet Cats, and that forever has been great at killing those gold series. They can tank that up, so everyone really needs to be careful. And I would not be surprised to see very early Hog 3 timings coming out. I mean, before Midas, a possibility, and that's actually what's happened for Illusion. So Kazpu has opted to go into that Hand of the Gods 3 very early, just in case. Will be recalling. And
Mugiwawa's doing the same. Mugiwawa did exactly the same. He went back, he saw something was going to happen, but he's gone back and got Hog 3 as well for himself. But he's also got the Midas boots online.
Yeah,
so
he got his Midas boots first, which is very, very important, whereas Kazpu has not, and has actually just bought Blink Rank 2, so he's delaying his Midas boots by a long time. Needs 800 gold on 264, and with going into 10 minutes without Midas boots, that is a colossal amount of gold lost. It's 180.
1,800 gold difference right now. 3,000 experience difference in favor of WootNCroco. Mid-camp spawning. The left-hand side, Ra's already in position to try and bring these down. Geb rotating. Not sure who's going to pick these ones up. The knock-up goes, but after the knock-up comes the Celestial Beam, and that secures both of them for Ra. Right one's on a little bit of a different timer, so a few more seconds. You can see that flashing on your map, and already Thor and Habois considering rotating over here. There's Thor rotating now. So both mid-camps going to go to WootNCroco here as well.
Yeah, WootNCroco does definitely have control of this game. They've been having some trouble with the Vamana, and we've actually seen a lot more presence on the right-hand side from this Thor. Currently sitting on one of his own wards, will be fine. That's a sentry ward, so used just to make sure there's nothing in the area, and that he can get those ultimates off from a secure location. So I really like that play coming out. And the question is, where's Tetrix gonna pressure next? We'll find a wall onto Nuan, not connecting. Looking for the double tap, just trying to be a nuisance.
Left-hand side, a bit of aggression coming out from both of them. The wall does get dropped, just buying some time. A lot of wall coverage coming out from Illusion on this left-hand side. They don't want to see Thor around this Gold Fury area at all. They also want to make sure they get Gold Fury control now, and that's clearly what they're trying to do. Bastet kind of roaming around the jungle looking for an opportunity, but there's no real one. He was back in base, and with the ward coverage available for WootNCroco on the left-hand side as well, they can clearly see if she does try and rotate. Bastet not really got anything to do right now, so just going to for the moment. And I guess we should see a Gold Fury fight sooner rather than later, as Thor is looking for something left.
Yeah, Thor needs to be careful. He is between a few wards, but currently not on any, and going to be spotted again now as he goes to his red buff. So left lane from Illusion has a little bit of room. They know Thor's on their side of the map, but they're not super worried. And because they know that Thor's on the left side of the map, that means Vamana, it's time for him to get aggressive. And with that Armored Umbrella, we'll be poking at the Habois. He's having a very hard time in lane.
Well, Habois build right now, he's using the Magi online, so he's got a bit more mobility to him. Going to be working on that Bancroft, so he's going to have better sustain in this lane now to be able to at least use those minions to sustain back up. But Gold Fury started on the left-hand side. You may use the ultimate, and that's a quick pickup. But now Bastet comes in with the catch, uses the pounce. Valkyrie's discretion is used. She was focusing Thor, but doesn't find the kill with the hammer back over the forwards. There's a big cataclysm coming out as the new war roll comes up. Can they all survive? It looks like you may have been the only casualty of war. The cat's helping to make sure that slows down. And now Rama could get caught out as well here, but he's going to get away under the tower. One for a Gold Fury. Vamana swinging around the back. Vamana? No. Is he the hero we need? They know he's there. They know.
Yeah, he can't do that. He's not going to be able to dive that tower by himself. He will get
got to be careful though.
Habois getting some damage.
That Umbrella Rank hit, I think he would have been a lot of trouble in that situation, especially with that Umbrella Rank being maxed as well. It would have really bursted him down a lot. And it looks like he's considering to go aggressive in mid again. But with that Gold Fury going down, 3,000 gold lead, 3,000 experience lead in favor of WootNCroco.
And that's the power of him because of his very high auto attack. Oh, left-hand side, Freya in trouble, will get comboed down. Perfect Thor combo. Tetrix finds the kill. 4, 1, 2, 3. Secure the backswing with the wall. That's how you do it. Can I say it again? Obstruction.
I mean, The thing about how this fight went, when the God Fury was started there, Cret, and taken down by WootNCroco, if you noticed, after they got it, they all disengaged. They didn't want to fight, and they didn't waste ultimates on disengaging either. And in doing so, it left their ultimates available when Illusion used a lot on that left-hand side to try and follow up on it. So what that actually means now is that re-engage from WootNCroco there, Thor knew that Valkyrie was not available for Freya, and abused that situation perfectly.
Yeah, Tetrix is playing this Thor very, very well. On the right-hand side, MJK Lol having a lot of trouble sitting on a lot of gold as well, but he's about to die. Crushing wave forward will avoid some damage and buying some time. Archers on the way through it, and that unconventional path is going to be the exact one he needs to get out. Great use of sprint, great use of his Atlas of the Yellow River.
Yeah, well, minions are going to be there as well. Now, right inside, you see Muggy Wobber blinking in. Going to get the Frost Breath off the spin to win. He's on as well. The pound's still called out for a second. Now it's up, but the wall is in the way as the cats come out to slow him down. But he does pop the ultimate, does not connect with it. Full disengage from both sides as Geb swings in to make sure Vamana's got some support still.
Yeah, Geb is here with Vamana, and they're going to keep the pressure. Okay, no, they're not. They're not going to keep the pressure up. Just heading back to recall as MJK Law returns to lane with rank 3 of the Bankoffs. Does now have his Magic Lifesteal online. Unfortunately, for all area of effect mage abilities, which all of Habwaz are, you only get 33% coefficient, so it's 4% lifesteal, which is not that good.
So, at the moment, Bastet is doing a speed buff at the moment. It looks like she's going for the Heartseeker build in the jungle, though, on this Bastet. How do you feel about that? It's been a while since I've seen many Heartseekers.
I like it on Bastet when it works, but I feel like going into a Heartseeker when you're 2-2 and 2 doesn't really jive, right? Like, he's not winning, so the item doesn't really make sense. But Bastet's very slippery, and if she can get those stacks and keep them, it can do a lot.
I agree. Well, Gorfio is going to be down for about another minute and a half, roughly. Oh, sorry, a minute and 40 seconds. Oh my god, I've got a timer, Cret. I don't have to guess. I actually went roughly about a minute and a half. And I looked down and I was like, oh, it's about a minute and a half. Damn, that's good. So, yeah, right inside. But now we'll see that down for the time being as the war coverage is starting to come out. You can see the sentry down by WootNCroco around there. I don't think it gives vision of the Gold Fury just for now. But right hand side, checking on the towers at the same time, you can see Vamana will be bringing down that tier 1 soon, and that will open up a little bit more, and he'll be rotating a little bit more often. I expect to see him at the next Gold Fury fight with how big he is right now.
On the left-hand side, engagement onto Geb will be frozen out, taking a lot of damage from the Glacial Strike. Shield, though, going to stop the rest of that engage. So, Ra now rotating on the right-hand side, looking for Vamana. I don't think they're going to be able to pressure this baby too much, as he's going to be backing off. Yeah, we'll use his ultimate, so that's gone for now.
Well, that's good for the Gold Fury. That's good for the Gold Fury because he's going to be
good
down.
For as well.
It will come. I mean, it will come on just a few seconds after the Gold Fury spawns. Yep. But if WootNCroco goes straight on the Gold Fury the second it spawns, then Anna can't really get too much of a big issue. They could try and burst him down in that time zone. But like you said, he's going to buy Habwa a little bit of time more in this lane. Has the Bancroft's talent finished now? So has a little bit better assists, and now that he's starting to hit that, he's hit level 14 now. He's got the wave clear to effectively stop Vamana pushing him all the way into tower.
Yeah, he does. He's able to wave clear and play a little bit safer, and with the movement speed that he now has from his sprint, from his boots, he is sort of able to get away from Vamana, which is so important.
Well, talking about that right hand side, Vamana's getting very, very low on this side, doesn't have the big baby available, and immediately he backs away because he has a feeling Uncle Thor is on his way over, and you can see that he has a ward placed so he could see this one coming. So he already knew Thor was considering the option when he realized how low this big baby was getting. He's gone back to base to buy one more time and gives Habwa a little bit more free farm once again, as Geb does clear out some sentry wards at the Gold Fury one more time. So Illusion have control of the Gold Fury for now, but Mugiwawa on his way back with a sentry for himself. Mid lane though, Patrick's got to be a bit careful there. Went aggressive and took a bit of poke damage one more time, and when he's getting followed up by Nuwa, does get hit by the knock-up as well. Hammer on cooldown for a few more seconds. Back up now. Waiting for the next engage. Thor's looking for an opportunity every time he gets here, Cred, but he's just not been able to find one.
Tetrix playing very well. I loved how he walked up through walled through the hammer, and he was like, right, I'm in a bad spot, so he teleports the hammer on the way out instead of waiting for the double tap. So really good decision making on the fly. Ymir on the left hand side will drop the wall just to save himself. In the jungle, Ymir is very, very safe, but Gold Fury is spawned and is being aggressively counter-warded by Illusion. They know that this is going to be a big point of contention. From on rotation from the middle lane, Habwa will take a tower here, so it's on Illusion to force a fight before Habwa can get there. And Habwa is coming into this tower, but Mugiwara now in a lot of trouble. 50%, 35%. Thor is up, so this can turn around really hard on those glacial spikes. Where's Thor coming down on, though?
He went onto the basket. He didn't find another Katsa down, pressuring onto Ra, forcing him away. Zantarino's got to continue going aggressive on this Vamana, looking to bring down this big chicken. The wall comes out to stun him for the moment, but how much is a moment? That's the question. Spin to win comes out. The damage is good, thanks to Tetrix and the Celestial Beam. He does drop down, but at the same time, Illusion looks like they're going to be able to find this Gold Fury, but where's Herbois? He might be able to get a tier 2 here.
He should be able to get it. Not going to commit to the tier 2.
Yeah.
No, now he's going to commit to tier 2.
Now he's not going to make it because Nuwa's here.
He lost crucial time. That is really unfortunate. But we'll be able to get it to at least 25%.
Meanwhile, in the mid lane, Tetrix does go off against Bastet. Bastet pounced onto him, but Tetrix returned the damage nicely, forcing him away. And with Bastet out of mana, she had to return to the mid lane safety. But the tower's been pressured, and she's not really got much mana to do here. With Ra there, they could actually pressure mid tower as well. They might be able to get this one for free as well. I think they just realized this, and they're going to go in, pick that one up as well. So, Gold Fury goes to Illusion. However, WootNCroco take 2 towers, and the tier 2 on the right side, pretty damaged as well.
Alright, so how many stacks of Heartseeker do we want to say is worth it?
I'd say 20. I'm okay with 20. 22?
Okay.
22.
We'll be looking for that. So the Heartseeker is going to give the movement speed that's very nice, but it delays Jotuns, which is something definitely to talk about because Jotuns is very good.
And there's a Frost Breath. Kuroko's in trouble on this Freya one more time. Just get a good only onto Ymir. Actually uses the Aegis and the Valkyrie straight after the shield came out from Geb to buy some time, but now he's on cooldown. Rama didn't manage to hit anything with his ult because the Valkyrie was used. Now Bastet comes in, the focus is going to be onto Ymir, it seems. Bastet pounces in, the pounces on now on cooldown with Nuwa coming around as well. There's one. Snipe does not connect with the target it was after, which is Kokoko. Rama wants to go in for the final kill onto Valkyrie, sorry, onto the Freya, but now he's going to get destroyed as well as the stone comes out from Nuwa. She takes the sky with the ultimate. This is a big turnaround for Illusion. I don't think they can chase down the Ra, because in doing so, he's on his way.
Rama just saw red there rolling in into 4 members of the opposition is
like a kill
really not a good idea. Yeah. Oh, man, but didn't end up happening. Either way, that was a big loss for WootNCroco.
It was a big win for Illusion as well. Now, Vamana's going to catch out Ra here. He didn't realize he's still got Geb here. Freya's already gone back to base. He's going to get the speed, going to blink in, and there's Thor going to the sky to try and support his chicken in disguise here. But under the tower goes Vamana, picks it up. The shield's going to come out as well to absorb some body shots. Freya dived in again. No one takes a bit of poke there. Doesn't have the Valkyrie for now. Going to get away. And once again, another win coming out for Illusion.
Yeah, Illusion just picked up a lot of gold there, at least 1,000, a little bit more, I want to say. And Haba on the right-hand side is taking a blue buff. I mean, he's getting a small victory, but actually, you know what? Let's talk about it. It's free farm for Haba.
Yeah,
that's actually pretty good.
Happy. I'm happy. If I'm Haba right now, I'm like, guys, don't worry if you lose a couple of fights on this left-hand side of the map. I'm pushing towers. I was behind, and I can be late game Haba. You know, I'll get my build online, and then I'll press Crushing Wave, and people will disappear.
Yeah, definitely. So now Bastet, looking at that Heartseeker 38 stacks, doing well, has rank 2 Jotuns, which is not talked about that much. Actually, an incredible item. For, what is it, like 1,600 gold?
The penetration.
You get 25 physical power and 10 penetration. That is absolutely fantastic. So it's got a great building path, and this is going to be a nice, smooth power for this Bastet going forward.
And this Heartseeker so far, this Heartseeker's paid off because he got a few stacks in it, then got a nice team fight that went well in his favor, and that allowed him to, you know, progress onto this Jotuns nice and quick. It would have been the same way around if he'd gone Jotuns in this situation, I guess, overall, but with the Heartseeker already being stacked at this stage, it's in a good position right now. He's at 43 stacks, so nearly fully there. Midcap's going to spawn soon, though, and WootNCroco technically controlling the map around this area right now. They're both going to be taken down, I think, without any contestation coming out from Illusion there, as the Fire Giant is warded up here by Illusion. They're considering the option, and Vamana finds out the mid-camp's already gone.
Vamana actually got into an Executioner, which is a little bit rare to see, but it will be the only Executioner on his team, so I want to call it worthwhile in that regard. And it can be very good for helping him kill Ymir, but on a character like Ra and Haba, well, actually, it's really good for them too, because it's going to drop them to true damage taken. I feel like he just needs one more damage item on top of that.
Up 10 to 9. gold lead is still in favor of Woot 3,000, experience at 4,000. Gold Fury is even right now. And some of this comes down to the tower situation as well, where there's only one tower down for WootNCroco, 2 towers down for Illusion. And that tier 2 is definitely exposed on that right-hand side, which is a prime candidate for going down if a Fire Giant does happen, because you just want to rush straight to the nearest lane and push it in. There's an opportunity for WootNCroco there. Gold Fury's going to spawn any second now. You can already see there's a timer WootNCroco have. It's down in 3, 2, 1. Bing, bang, bosh. There's the Gold Fury, and it's already been started. And they're not really in a position to defend this. Vermont is on the wrong side. Vermont's not aware of this at all.
Gold Fury bursts down, taken down, as actually Bastet jumping in. Can't jump back out of CC anymore, so we'll have to use beads there. Rank 3, or sorry, rank 1 used in the middle lane. Yeah, Habaw's going to get dropped a little bit low, but Ra having max rank of his heal and 287 magic power will just be able to heal this Habaw right back to full. And only 3 ticks.
I mean, Illusion's played really well this game, honestly. They were behind very early on when they're 3-1 down. Vermona brought them back. But that, they just kind of, I think they just went, what do we do now? And kind of forgot about the Gold Fury, didn't get the timer on it. They were the ones that took it last time as well. So they should have had the timer on that and known when it was due to spawn. And in doing so, allow WootNCroco to develop the gold lead further. So right now, it's in a situation where Illusion have kind of lost, not necessarily momentum, but what their game plan is, you know? They don't know what to do.
So there is a play just made by MJK Law that is actually incredibly huge. Taking a look at the Fire Giant, there are 2 wards here. Sentry Ward from Illusion just to kill a Sentry Ward from WootNCroco. So MJK Law stops by, drops a ward that actually appears to be out of line of sight of that Sentry. So this ward is very well placed. It will provide sufficient vision of the Fire Giant to know that they're doing it. You know, you'll catch someone standing around. Really great play from MJK Law, and that's 3 minutes of basically guaranteed Fire Giant coverage, because you will not be sentry warding that ward. Well,
Frey's going to trip with Rama in this lane. He's doing some good damage. He's 2 levels down on this, forcing the sprint out of Rama. Rama just trying to run away. The Valkyrie comes out, as does the new War ultimate as well. Not got the damage to bring him down. He's going to dive all the way in, though. The beads are used, the banish is used. That is a Rama, and now Ra tries to come round to defend, and he's going to get picked up as well, as Bastet is there. The cats were doing where the pouncing works, but he's going to die. The minion block. Construction, obstruction, destruction for the Bastet. 2 for 1 trade.
Noah in trouble, though. Gonna be taking Berserk Barrage. Tetrix going directly up in the air, and he's looking at Kurko. Will come down. Aegis used, double tap, not quite gonna connect, but this Freya is gonna fall as beads used preemptively to secure the Berserker Barrage. Game over.
Oh, crushing wave comes out from the hub war, trying to pick up the new war, but new war's massive damage from the Shining Metal, and that Clay Minions picks him up. The shield's going to save the life of new war from Ymir. Meanwhile, on the backside, Vermon's going to continue the chase onto this door. The stone comes out. The weakening curse was used there as well, though, to slow him down a little bit. One more hit should do it. Jumps to the hammer. He could keep chasing, though. This is Big Baby. How was his cooldowns on? He's got it. He'll be able to chase him for now. One umbrella angle will be enough. Doesn't find it. The wall was used again. 13 to 11. Lead 3,400 in favor of WootNCroco. Experience lead still 3,000 to WootNCroco, but Illusion are still fighting. They're still trying to make plays.
And they're winning those fights. I mean, that was a 3 for 2. That win. And MJK Law just has been having a lot of trouble this game. He's getting more and more online, but he's not there yet. And it feels like his Habla play this game is coming out at the level where he's not able to make it work while not killing everybody. And eventually, Habla just has so much damage that he just looks at people and completely demolishes them. And, you know, it's fine. Like, you don't really have to play well to make that happen. But right now, MJK Law, not at that point, at the point where he only does a lot of damage and not sort of 2-shot damage, is having trouble. Because he crushing waves in, and then he dies.
Right at the moment, yeah, that is the case, especially with only having beats and sprint. I mean, Vermana as well at the moment, he's gone for an Executioner. Now, what do you feel about Executioner over Rage in this situation on Vermana?
Because there's no other Executioner team on the no other Executioner on his team, I like it. and he's going to be doing near true damage with that execution. It's actually a huge damage increase because there's no true
Wow,
80 carry.
hold that. Fire Giant's being contested. A good Frost Breath comes out from Ymir there, hitting onto 3, but the shield was used on to Bastet. The disengage for now as the ward coverage fights still continue. Sentry ward control is definitely still in favor of Illusion there. However, that ward is still off to the side for the time being. I'm really surprised by this Freya versus Rama matchup because Freya at level 17 destroyed Rama in that straight up 1v1 fight overall. Nuwa did come to the aid towards the end there, but I'm really surprised that Rama just didn't try and trade back.
Yeah, I mean, part of it is just Freya is really built for this 1v1, right? Like, with the Witchblade done, having that Fatalis demonic grip timing is incredibly strong. It's not going to be until crit comes along. Once again, Jerzan in trouble. Will use his Aegis Pendant to immune some of Freya's damage. She's diving the tower.
Wells up again.
Actually can't win this. Thor comes through.
Good Thor dunk.
That should turn around, but here's Bastet as well, so this is a 2v2 by all accounts. And now Rama too far away. Textrix needs to disengage, but Bastet's going to be able to jump in 4 seconds and is waiting around, will not find the Ninetales. Here comes Habwa. Geb as well, Nuwa, and Habwa now in a really bad spot. MJK Law positioning.
Pick him up. I'm certain he's going to go down. Yeah, it's going to be Geb that picks that one up. Now they can look to pressure this left-hand side tower. This one's going to drop very quickly. Thor can't really contest this. He's too low unless Ra comes over for the heals. They're going to still group as a 4-man. Everyone's still there. At the moment, Bastet coming back after that engagement. She was the only one really low. But now with Ra there, the disengage happens for the time being. Gold Fury is available. We're going to see a Gold Fury fight straight after Krat.
Yeah, but Tetrix, I mean, this is really the man. He's actually leaving.
Oh, they're going to Fire Giant. They're going Fire Giant.
Ooh, I love this play.
They're going to go Fire Giant. They're going to...
Ymir. Important because of his high optic damage.
Illusion, no. This is great from Illusion. They drop the Gold Fury immediately like, no, bro. No. You are not doing Fire Giant. We are going to make sure you don't. Now there's a bait around the corner, but the thing is there's a ward coverage there. So they know this is going on. The misses, but it gives sign of what's going on. Right inside, though, they didn't know the top half of the map that there was a ward there as well. So Bastet was spotted out. Mid tower's getting pressured for free. Good wall coming out. Kirko's in trouble. Kirko's getting spun on, but the Geb shield comes out to buy some time. Vermana goes in big baby form. Geb's getting very low at the front, but now he's allowing Vermana to do the chunk downs. Ymir gonna use his ult to slow down. Kirko goes in too deep one more time. Gets picked up. Now with Thor in the sky.
Down.
Thor comes down with the wall. Vermana goes down. No big baby left for you. Rama drops as well. In that, sorry, Rama doesn't drop her as well in that situation. It was a new War that dropped there. And now with 5 members of WootNCroco grouped up and a Raw, this is going to be a free fire giant unless Geb makes a play.
Geb not going to make a play though because that Habwa in the way. Obstruction, no fire giant for Illusion. It's going to go to WootNCroco, and now this right inner tower will die. They can push from this FG, likely just Tetrix having to back. And
I told you, as soon as the fire giant goes, right tower drops, Phoenix drops. It's the one you want to go for every time.
You called that like 10 minutes ago.
I did. That's why I'm so proud of myself. Like, yeah,
you're the best.
Did you remember?
Oh, wow! Ultima's absolutely destroyed. I seen some cats die before, but not like that. That was
You like
fast.
to watch cats die? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
No, but you can find that on the internet if you really want to.
Don't be
I like cats.
Don't be mean to cats.
I like cats.
Rude. Well, they're going to take away some jungle as well. They've gotten the Phoenix on the right-hand side. And now, guys, we'll be right back in one shake of a donkey's tail. Welcome back, guys. Apologies for that. There was a quick pause that came out for the time being, but now it's fixed very quickly. We expected it to be longer than it actually was. 8,000 experience lead for WootNCroco now. They have the Fire Giant online. 6,500 gold lead as well. The Phoenix down in right-hand side. And right now they've returned to taking their own jungle, rather, not stealing their own jungle. Where do they look to pressure next? Do you want to group it? Do you want to try and split?
Well, I mean, the important thing to remember is just that taking your own jungle is actually really important at this point in the game. Like, when you have a Habwa with 540 magic power, including the Fire Giant buff, and even a red buff, that's 20% on top. So it stacks with the Tahuti, but it's going to add a significant chunk, at least 100 magic power. So that's a really big important thing. You want to make sure you have your jungle when you go for that aggression so you can be as strong as possible. And MJK Law on this Habwa, who's not been doing too well this game, can get off that big crushing wave and get the damage out, which is what his job is.
Well, 4-mana group in mid right now. Thor is pushing left-hand side, and he has the option to rotate over with that hammer if he can, but now he's going to get some free time alone with this tier 1 tower. No one's there to defend this. No one can get over there, and that's one of the things of Apollo being taken away from them that stops them from being able to defend this push. 4 men still group mid. Thor's going to get the free time like I just said. Tier 1's going to drop on left-hand side for 3. As Illusion try and defend this Tier 2. Geb stood off to the side. He's waiting for the blink in opportunity here. Bastet has now gone over to defend with Thor, but now Thor knows he's over there. He's going to look for an opportunity if he can find it. See Geb in the jungle. Ymir walks forward. Just going to stand there, take poke overall, but nice and tanky as Mugiwawa, and that's a free Tier 2 tower, as Illusion were not really in a position to defend. Now the swing round from WootNCroco happens to the next Tier 2, and the rotation from Illusion brings them late to this Tier 2 tower as well. This could be another free Tier 2 here, correct?
Yeah, probably will be. The siege from Raw is just too strong to really contest. You have to find a ball in, and you don't want to do that without a Phoenix on your side, right? Like, you want to wait for your opponents to commit, and then you counter engage all in, and the counter engage ability for Illusion, if Geb can stay out of combat, is pretty good, right? Like, if he's out of combat and is able to blend a backline, disrupt, get onto the Hobwa and the Ra, he could really set things up. But
Fire minions
towers going down.
Now pouring into the base on the right hand side. They have to make a play soon. There's 3 members caught on the right, in the middle, and the wall comes down from Mugiwawa, but blinking from Geb. Cataclysm. The focus is big onto that Rama. Rama's getting very low. Nuwa picks up a kill onto Hobwa. In the midst of that, Nuwa does take out Thor as well. This is good defense from Illusion here. The Phoenix still stands on the left, as we can see the rotation from Rama running away bravely back to his own base as the members of Ra and Ymir continue running. Weakening Curse comes out. Vamana wants to kill the chicken one more time. Umbrella Run does connect, but the shield does come out to stop the to stop the freeze coming out from Ymir. Ymir's going to get away. Ra's going to get away. Rama's going to get away. The Phoenix stands on the left, and Illusion come out on top in that fight. They could even take the gold through here, which is what they're going to do.
Yeah, gold tree play is going to be nice. Just a little bit more gold to make things happen for them and bring them close. Gold lead. What are we talking about? Like 7,000?
8,500 gold lead right now, 7,000 experience, still in favour of WootNCroco. 1 Phoenix down, but it's due to respawn any second. And that whole Fire Giant there, Cret, they got the Phoenix, but now the Fire Giant's going to be on cooldown again very, very shortly. And it's going to take another 40 seconds to the Fire Giant fight again, and the Phoenix is going to be back up in time.
The other thing to mention is that we're approaching full builds on all of these characters. And so, you know, you have to look at who's going to scale up the most with that last item. And Bastet can scale up pretty hard. I feel like Freya's starting to plateau her power curve a little bit. And maybe like a Tahuti last, sure. But it's really the demonic Griffin, the Bay Towers.
Oh,
that
blinking
hit so
from
hard.
Ymir, gonna find out Bastet, forcing the beads and the pounce away. So that's gonna be on cooldown for this Fire Giant engage. Phoenix has respawned though. A wave of fire minions in the lane. Bastet could clear those up now, but she's going to get spotted out by a ward. Hit by a hammer, no follow-up. Forces the cats on Bastet as well. So cats on cooldown as well as the beads. Bastet not going to have too much available for her at this next Fire Giant, and Fire Giant has been started by Rama. He's slowly poking this down. The rest of the team zoning out. Thor's doing a good job of it, but Freya comes in, forcing the wall out of Thor, and they still bring down the Fire Giant slowly. Pounce in from Bastet as we keep dive coming in from Geb. He walks all the way up, but WootNCroco get the Fire Giant. Now the fight continues as Bastet does find her floor on the backside. Ross trying to run away from a Vermana big baby, but the baby is really starting to smash that baseball bat down like he's never done before. Snipe comes out from Raw. The Fire Giant, like I said, goes to WootNCroco, but there's 5 members of Illusion left. They're gonna try and backdoor this tier 2 tower. They have the opportunity to do this, or they're trying to dive. They're considering diving. Nope. Geb is just going to zone out Rama from getting involved. They want the Phoenix on this right hand side, correct? That was a big fight for Illusion. They might be able to get the Phoenix as well.
Yeah, Illusion is just winning these team fights so well.
Blink in, Cataclysm, dunk down. Geb's in trouble on the backside, so's Rama. Thor came in nicely, and everyone's getting very low. They're taking it to hold Tarago, but this could be too much as Rama does fall, but in trade overall, he picked up Vamana on the back of that one. The Phoenix does go down, but so does Noir. It was a 2-for-1 trade in that mini engagement, but the Phoenix fell as well.
Yeah, and that's going to be Phoenix pressure down both on the right-hand side. Well, I mean, Glenn has respawned, but it's still going to be a half health, half Phoenix, half damage Phoenix for the rest of the game. So, not actually the best Phoenix for for Illusion to get there. They would have liked to find something on the other side, but you take what you can get. The other thing to mention is, I feel like WootNCroco doesn't have a way to deal with this Vamana. Rom not really finding a way to carve through him just yet, and while Vamana's build isn't giving him the most damage, going to that Executioner in the Titan's Bane, which doesn't really make sense because the Executioner inhibits Titan's Bane actually very substantially because of the way the penetration stacks up. He's still going to kill a single target and is going to be very hard to peel off or kill.
But he's got a hide of the edge in there, Cret, and he's on 6 stacks already. He got that very late after the executioner, but 6 stacks already. He's going to be a very hard baby to bring down.
Yeah, I mean, maybe once the Titan's Bane is done on the ROM, you
Very
could see
close.
that. And ROM is pretty close to that as well. Yeah, it's just, where do you find the time to focus on mana? I think it has to be the walls peeling off. But we're going to go to a Be Right Back screen. We'll be back very shortly with the last little bit of this game. Stay tuned, guys.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back. Apologies for the technical issues. Illusion versus WootNCroco is on your screen right now. We're 37 minutes into this game. The gold lead is currently 2,000 in favor of experience 2,000 in favor of WootNCroco. Experience lead 4,000, and now Illusion have just taken down their first Phoenix. The fight is going to continue here as the wall comes down from Mugiwara. Going to get a Ghost Frostbreath off with Geb with the shield straight away onto Frey to save her out of trouble and pounce away from Bastet. This game has gone backwards and forwards in the most part here, Crowd.
Yeah, Decaz did use his combo there, so Raw ultimate down, a big loss for only 32 seconds. So I love that Decaz is just like, right, well, since they are crowd controlled now, I'm just gonna use my ultimate, hope it hits. It's down. Oh no, 32 seconds. It'll be up in 15, but Decaz might need it before then. He's in a little bit of trouble. The Cataclysm does not connect thanks to, I believe, Purification Beads.
It looks like Mugiwara goes in Frost Breath, does connect with Resu, and there's a Thorndock straight after to follow in. He gets evaporated in seconds, and it goes over to Hubwa. Meanwhile, Raw does take out Frey on the backside, and now you can see Geb try and roll away, but Vermont is surrounded by 5 members. The big baby is no longer big, it's a little baby now, and he gets brought down. Only 2 members left standing for Illusion, and now it's WootNCroco's turn to push in.
This actually could be game.
50-second respawns.
Exactly, so long. It's just a bit set in the Geb, and they're not going to have enough damage. And there, I think part of that fight, Vamana had free reign on the backline, right? But he didn't do enough damage because his build doesn't have enough damage. He has penetration items, which increase the damage he already does, but they're not giving him any meaningful boost. So that Shin size without rage wasn't enough throughput to take down the Raw and really get through that team fight. Now the Titan has been pulled. 50% is going to approach very quickly. There it is. Now getting down to 25%. The snipe comes through from Raw. It will connect, and Hubwa is going to get the last hit with the water cannon. We're going to move on to the next round as WootNCroco is taking down Illusion 21-20, 39 minutes in.
Oh, guys, the next round will be up very, very soon. We'll be straight back into the next game. In a matter of moments, it will be Inner Clash versus Disco Ninjas on your screens. Winner of that will go to the finals to either face Agilitas or WootNCroco based off how these ones go. We'll be right back after this very, 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 very short break.